Okay, so let's get this started. So can you introduce about yourself?
Pardon that? Yeah, introduction.
No, yeah. Can you
Yeah,
introduce about yourself?
yeah. See, this is Venkat and I had Venkat Ramesh Madhuri. I had total of 17 years of IT experience, including of 6 years into cloud technologies and AWS as well as Azure. Throughout my career, I had developed strong expertise in the AWS using the EC2, Elastic, Beanstalk, Lambda functions, uh, and multi-cloud using the Azure as well as the AWS as well. In my current, I am currently working with Tech Mahindra, currently handling the projects of KPN as well as the Optus Telecom. Both are of telecom projects. I used to manage the Azure AD permissions as well as the roles and enhancing the security compliance and reducing unauthorized access incidents. Develop
Okay.
scripts, yeah, and
Okay. Let me let's go directly to the stuff as we have only 30 minutes, right?
yeah.
So, what is the CSCD tool you have worked on?
I had worked with Jenkins, Bamboo, as well as the Circle CA as well, and
Okay.
AWS Code Pipeline as well.
So you mentioned that you worked on Bamboo, right?
Yes.
So in Bamboo, what exactly you have worked on?
Yeah, I used to work for the deployments, for the AEM deployments.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, deployments in the sense you used to write the tasks, or only the deployments you need to trigger, or you used to work with the dev team and you used to trigger the builds.
No. We used to capture the tasks from the development team, and we used to write the tasks. What that task has to be defined, how it will be defined, and then based on that, we used to write on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
yeah,
so if you
in the
want to add a
Bamboo, right?
requirement,
Yeah.
yeah, in Bamboo, if you want to add a requirement to your Bamboo task, I mean, Bamboo plan, so how you'll be adding that requirements?
Yeah, using the Jira update, see whatever the Jira in the Jira they had mentioned. First, we will check with the Jira task, and in this Jira plan or task, we'll add the steps, navigate to the planning configuration, and then with the job settings, we'll add the requirement and specify the requirement, just like whether it is a JDK version or Docker or Maven, and then we used to save the changes, and based on that we used to go ahead with the deployment. Before that we used to tally it again once before the change window.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to add a triggers to your Bamboo plan, so how you'll be doing that?
We can add in this using that if it is mentioned in the Jira, we navigate to the plan and then
No, that's what I understand. It will be mentioning in the Jira.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jira is just for the details, right?
No,
so
in
you
the-
need to do it manually from the Bamboo UI.
Yes,
So in Bamboo UI, how you will add the triggers?
Yeah, in the plan configuration, we can have the option to add the go to the stages or jobs, and we can add that.
Okay. Yeah, that is what I was asking.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought of
how to navigate.
something else. Yeah, that's it.
No, how you will be navigating
Yes.
that. Okay. So do you have any idea on GitHub Actions?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So how you, if you want to migrate your project, so how you will be doing that?
Git pull or these things.
No. GitHub Actions is
Actions.
nothing but it's a CI/CD tool.
Yes.
Again, okay?
See, using the task perform, just like setting up, analyzing the current CI/CD pipeline, and then using the scripts that you are saying, right?
No, actually, what I was saying is that Bamboo is there, right? Bamboo is
Yes.
a CI/CD tool.
Yes.
Okay. So what we are doing is now in our current requirement, we are migrating our Bamboo task, Bamboo thing to the GitHub Actions. Okay. So we are in process of migrating it. So we are moving out of Bamboo and Bitbucket to GitHub Actions.
Got
okay.
it.
The build and deployments will be done there.
Yes.
So I'm asking like how you will migrate that project from Bamboo to Bitbucket repo to the GitHub Actions.
Yeah. For that only, basically, in the CI/CD pipeline itself, we used to mention what the task we need to get it from the actions. Just like access the current Bamboo and Bitbucket setup. Identify the tasks in the Bamboo, just to identify whether in the build process or else in the deployment stages where we need, just like for the keys and all those things in the deployment steps, as well as the environment specific configurations also for the secrets and variables. And we need to go with the git clone in the Bitbucket repositories, or else the GitHub, just like Codebase to GitHub, to migrate the from the Codebase to the GitHub. We used to go with
No,
that.
you're saying in perspective of the repo,
Yeah.
okay, the code and everything you're saying, okay, that was fine, but I was asking specifically for the GitHub Actions.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
In the GitHub.
No,
In the GitHub repository, we need to create a GitHub/workflows directory. In that, we can write an YAML file, just to mention that. Pardon?
Writing a new one, what you said is correct. Okay.
Yeah,
I accept
in that-
but
in
I
that-
was asking like to migrate it from this one.
No.
Okay, if
Let
you
me
want to
explain.
move-
Let me explain it, Karthik. No, I'm just saying it from the scratch. That's it. See, once after the build.yaml file is there, no, we will create a build.yaml file, but only for the build task, and deployment for .yaml for the deployment task. And in this, we can map the Bamboo task to the GitHub Actions.
Okay.
Yeah,
But initially to fetch the repository and everything, so how you will be doing that?
Yeah, that's what. No, we can use that what we call the main branch, or in the what I had said for the build workflow. We can mention where the repo has to be there, the path of the repo.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can clone the Bitbucket repository.
Actually, we both are on two different things. So what I was saying is that the Bitbucket, the repo is there, correct?
Yes.
So we need to migrate that repo to GitHub Actions along with the build and deployment also. We need to migrate it. So we will not be having the Bitbucket, we will not be having the Bamboo and everything. Everything will be set up in GitHub Actions. Okay. So if everything is there in GitHub Actions, so where you will be navigating it? You cannot able to navigate to Bitbucket, as that will be archived already when you push your repos to the GitHub Actions.
Yes. See, if you are migrating everything from the Bitbucket, no, better to keep a repository management in the GitHub itself. Navigate to the GitHub repository by organization changes, and in this repository, we need to hold our code base and GitHub workflows directory and all the configuration. By accessing the GitHub Actions in our GitHub repository, we need to navigate to the Actions tab, and from there to the repository menu on the top. There we can find the workflows. We can build the workflows, and for the build and deployment also we can define there. And each workflow also we can know the status, just like success or failure and trigger details, and the logs also for debugging the errors, and managing the build and deployment workflows also we can do that there itself. Just like push events and pull requests.
Okay.
Manual runs and as well as scheduled also we can do that, I guess. I had not done.
Okay.
Yeah, and even secrets also we can manage there, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Correct
So,
me if we are both on the same page, right?
no, actually, what I asked and what you answered is, it is about GitHub Actions, but the complete different topics. But yeah, you can ignore.
Okay, thanks.
Because I was asking how you will migrate, but the next steps you have said, like how you will be running or triggering the builds and everything. So that's a different story.
Yeah, generally for the migration that I had explained you right earlier, there's like by using the Bitbucket repository cloning itself, we can do
Now,
that. And
usually, okay, let me answer you.
Yeah.
Okay, for migrating, initially we need to see in Bitbucket, from Bitbucket, if you're getting the code,
yes.
there should not be any pull requests, and all should be done. Okay,
Yes.
no pull request should be there.
Yes.
And the second thing is that there should be a trusted committer for that to migrate the repo, because
Yes.
we need to approve it in order to do that.
Yes, that we
So
can.
these
yeah.
things I have asked you, like
Okay,
how
got
do
it.
you do that? But you have said something different, and now
Yeah.
you are saying,
Got it.
yeah. But okay. So the next one, you mentioned like you worked on Bitbucket, right? So what is the difference between the Git rebase and Git merge?
Git rebase is for generally for what we call merge is for merging the conversion. What rebase reapplies the commits from one branch to onto other branch, right? Rebase will apply the commits.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, when we can use a rebase is to when you want to clean history and don't need to preserve any original branch structures.
Okay.
Yeah, And
And
merge combines the history of two branches. It keeps the
okay,
original branch, histories, interacts, and creates a merge commit to join this.
okay.
Yeah.
So in your Bitbucket, you would able to see all the branches, right, which are
Yeah.
enabled. So for that branches, if you want to enable the sonar, so how you can do that?
Only for the testing you are saying?
No, I mean we'll be running the builds in Bamboo, and the sonar data will be generated. Correct? Sonar
Yes.
report will be generated,
Yes,
and it
yes.
will show in sonar
Yes.
UI.
Yes.
So the same sonar UI data will reflect in the Bitbucket also. We can able to add that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can do using the adding a SonarQube GitHub action. We can use that, no?
No, in Bitbucket I'm asking.
In Bitbucket.
Yeah, in Bitbucket, you will open a repository, right? Your
Yes.
branch repository.
Yes.
At the top, you could able to see the sonar data. So how you can enable that?
Yeah, we need to link up both the things in the Bitbucket, I guess.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
How we can
In
achieve
the
that?
sense, actually, it's not done by me till now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
But I can
So,
if got chance.
okay, got it. So what is the artifactory tool you have worked on?
We are using the JFrog artifactory here.
Oh, okay, okay. So did you face any error regards to JFrog while you are pushing your artifacts?
Yes, just
Okay.
like access issues, some kind of space issues, kind of thing.
Okay. So if you are trying to push your artifact and if it is getting an error like 400 error, so what it refers to?
400 generally refers to connection issue.
Okay.
It is not reachable.
Okay.
HTTP
But
terminology, yeah, authentication issue, kind of thing.
authentication is 401 and
Yeah, that's what.
you said
In
connection
the
reset.
400, yeah, in the 400.
Connection reset will be 502 error.
Yes. See, bad request in HTTP terminology, in the sense 400 is commonly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what scripting language you are familiar with?
I'm familiar with Bash and some cases with Python, not much into Python.
Okay. Okay. So in shell out of 5, how much you can rate yourself?
Yeah, I can rate it as 3.5.
Okay. Okay. So let me give you a query and can you try to write that?
Yes.
Yes. Sure. You can share your screen and open a notepad so I can.
Yes.
Can you open your notepad?
Yes.
I have pasted.
Using Lambda, right?
Yeah.
Here you are asking to give out of the list, filter odd numbers and return the square of in a list. Input examples. Yes, output 19. Okay, got it. x colon x order 2 comma filter and again lambda function x colon x to equal to numbers into 1 2 3 yes and print the output. Hope it will work. This will work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here I had given the function lambda function just to filter out the odd numbers here from the list,
Okay.
and then here I had used the odd numbers which is divisible by 2 with the denominator as 0, and then I had mapped the function with to get the squares of the same number and to convert the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this you have written in shell scripting.
Yeah.
Okay. No, because in shell we don't use lambda map filter, so we don't have that option. We can write only in Python and Java.
Yeah, basically I don't have much exposure into the scripting, but I had used the Python function here, I guess, because our developers, we used to write them, and I generally used to modify them and check whether it is true or not. And you had asked a simple function, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ramesh. So I'm done from my end. Do you have any queries or something?
Yeah, nothing from my end.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks you. Bye. ఏమైందంట 416కి అయిపోయిందా?
మరి
అడే కంగారు కొన్నట్టున్నాడు కదా.
నువ్వు ఉన్నది చెప్పన్నా, నువ్వు మాడిఫై చేస్తావు. లాస్ట్ చెప్పి ఏం కాదు.
ఆడికి చెప్తే ఉన్నది చెప్తే ఆడి చాకి ఓపెన్ చేసాడు ఇంకో
వచ్చిందే ఆడు కాల్ చేస్తున్నాడు. మున్సిపాలిటీ ఏం చేస్తాడు వెంకట